Reasons why organizations undertake information system projects. Project information system is a system or activity that tracks how well an organization is doing and provides crucial information for monitoring and managing the organization. An organization administration data framework can be a system to guide an organization development, depending on the size of the organization and the complexity of the projects. There are many approaches to taking care of things. The projects that are most likely to yield a profit and are most in line with the goals of the organization are prioritized and chosen using some form of project portfolio management. In general, work can be divided into two groups: operations and projects. In every organization, the ongoing routine tasks that a business perform on a daily basis include manufacturing, hiring, and bookkeeping. Keeping everything operating is the main goal of this task. The work that is done as part of a project, on the other hand, is temporary in nature and has set start and finish dates as well as producing its own particular results despite the fact that both types of employment share certain elements such as people, resources, and objectives. They call for distinct skill sets and equipment. For the most part, we devote a lifetime to mastering the tools required to organize and carry out our regular day-to-day operating tasks. But tragically, these tools prove to be woefully insufficient for our project work. A unique set of knowledge and resources are needed for project work. The majority of the work needed by organization today to remain competitive in their markets is project work. Thus, these businesses are making an effort to provide their staff with the skills and resources they need to manage projects effectively.
Reasons why information systems are important for business today: running a successful business calls for proper management of financial and organizational data and statistics via quality information systems. Almost every company has experienced a drastically slowed workflow because of data problems related to reliability and accuracy. It's true that there is no substitute for the right information at the right time in the business world. This prompted the development of systems that can be used to make the information accurate and readily available and easily accessible. With the effectiveness of information systems, an organization can have better decision making, better planning, and ultimately better results.
The project initiation phase is the first phase within the project management lifecycle, as it involves starting up new project. Within the initiation phase, the business problem or opportunity is identified, a solution is defined, a project is formed, and a project team is appointed to build and deliver the solution to the customer. A business case is created to define the problem or opportunity in a detailed and identify as preferred solution for implementation. A business case includes a detailed description of the problem or opportunity within headings such as introduction, business objectives, problem, opportunity statement, assumption, and constraints. Second is the list of alternative solutions available. Number 3 is an analysis of business benefits, cost, risk, and issues. 4 is a description of preferred solution. Next is main project requirement. And the last is a summarized plan for implementation that includes a schedule and financial analysis. The project sponsor then approves the business case and the required funding is allocated to proceed with the feasibility study. It is up to the project sponsor to determine if the project is worth undertaking and whether the project will be profitable to the organization. The completion and approval of feasibility study triggers the beginning of the planning phase. The feasibility study may also show that the project is not worth pursuing and the project is terminated. Thus, the next phase never begins. All the project created for a reason. Someone identifies a need or an opportunity and devises a project to address that need. Well, how the project ultimately addresses that need defines and project success or failure. The success of your project depends on the clarity and accuracy of your business case and whether people believe that they are achieving. Whether you can consider past experience, your business case is more realistic. And whenever you involve other people in the business cases development, you encourage their commitment and achieve it. The need for establishing a new project objective cannot be overstated. An objective or goal lack clarity if, when shown to 5 people, is interpreted in multiple ways. Ideally, if the objective is clear, you can show it to 5 people who, after reviewing it, hold a single view about its meaning. The best way to make an objective clear is to state such as way that it can be verified. Building in a way to measure achievement can do this. It is important to provide quantifiable definition to qualitative. Sometimes we have multiple options to choose from when determining requirements and deciding which project to work on. To select the best option, we can use tools such as weighted decision matrix. A basic decision matrix consists of establishing a set of criteria for options that are scored and summed to gain a total score that can be ranked. Importantly, it is weighed to allow quick selection process. The weight decision matrix operates in the same way as the basic decision matrix but introduces the concept of weight the criteria in order to importance. The resultant scores better reflect importance to the decision maker of the criteria involved. The more important criterion, the higher weight it should be given. Each potential option is scored and then multiplied by weighting given to each of the criteria to produce a set score. The advantage of the weighted decision matrix is that subjective options about one alternative versus another can may be more objective. Another advantage of this method is that sensitivity studies can be performed. An example of might be to see how much your opinion would be have to change in order for a low-rank alternative to outrank a competing alternative. A weight decision matrix therefore allows decision maker to structure and solve their problem by number 1 is specifying and prioritizing their needs with a list criteria, then 2 evaluating, rating, and comparing the different solutions, and 3 selecting the best matching solution. A weight decision matrix is decision tool used by decision makers. A decision matrix is basically an array presenting on one axis a list of alternative or support option or solutions that they are evaluated regarding on other axis list of criteria which is weighted depending on their respective importance in final decision to be taken. Thank you. That's it.
Number 3. Describe the activities performed by the project manager during the project planning. So, project planning imparts expectations, timing, and timetables alongside group jobs and obligations. During the arranging period of a venture, the undertaking chief or the project manager is compelled to thoroughly consider expected dangers and hang-ups that could happen during the task or the activity period. These early contemplations can keep future issues from influencing the general outcome of the task, or on occasion, make an undertaking come up short. Too little arranging causes mayhem or disappointment, and a lot arranging causes a great deal of regulatory work and insufficient time for innovative work. Eventually, the arranging period of venture of the board decides how easily your tasks travel through the existence cycle, which is the reason it's so critical to invest some energy toward the start of an undertaking and get your arranging right. Before fostering a task plan, the venture director or the project manager ought to clear up the reason for the arrangement for key partners. Partners or the people impacted by the undertaking need to be comprehend what goes into arranging their venture. Partners might incorporate task supports, business specialists, the undertaking group, and clients. Acquiring purchase from all partners can be one of the most difficult parts of task arranging, yet it's fundamental to the venture's prosperity. Projects fall flat when the board isn't steady or there is restricted partner commitment. The project manager ought to have undertaken the opening shot gathering for partners. The gathering might be utilized to talk about business vision, from the task support, jobs and obligations, group elements, independent direction, and other standard procedures.
My name is Desai Charles De Rosete from 2ITB, student number 210535. Which of the four phases of the project management process do you feel is the most challenging and why? The most challenging in project management process is the challenging is the project indentation. But what is project indentation and why it's important? Project indentation is the first phase of the project management life cycle. In this stage, companies decide if the project is needed and how beneficial it will be for them. The two metrics that are used to judge a proposed project and determine the expectation from it are the business case and feasibility studies. Why it's important? Take major decision that in establishment that direct and resource requirements, like the project charter and selecting the project stockholders, are made during this phase. The stockholders arrive at a clear objective to ensure everyone stays on the same page in terms of how the project should proceed. Now we know it's important that the project indentation is the main or the very first step of the project planning. Without it, the developers or the team won't know their objectives, the project flows, and their goal.
Why it's the difficult in all stage? Morton 2017. The project indentation is arguably the most critical phases of the project management processes. These objectives is to identify the why and the behind the project and the project goals. And a project usually arises from a business need or goal to aim at solving a problem or exploring new ways to do the business. And another example is the Case Flow 2017, often considered the most important stage of the project management. The project indentation phases includes all the preliminary works that must be done before any of project activities can take place. And that's all, and thank you.